Hello, CIS 222 students. This is Maria, and I am going over the 3.16 Create Virtual Machines lab in TestOut. Keep in mind, in this lab, we are only creating the two virtual machines, so we're essentially creating the virtual hardware. Per the instructions, we'll be installing the software or the operating system later. So I'm going to start the lab. And for virtual machine 1, let's see, we're creating this. We've installed Hyper-V already on CorpServe, which I can see we're on CorpServer here. So that's good. So I'm going to go into my tools and go into Hyper-V Manager because it's already been installed. Go into CorpServer. I'm going to say New Virtual Machine. I'm going to walk through this wizard. We've got a couple of notes as we go through this. I'm not going to read through them all. But yes, we are installing a virtual machine here. So I'm going to click Next. I want to name this VM1. You can create a folder or use existing. I don't need to click this because I'm just going to use my existing location here that it has selected for me, which is D Hyper-V. And I want to use 1024, so 1 gig of memory, and I am not using dynamic memory. The connection I'm going to choose is my external connection. And let's see, I want vm1.vhd. That looks good. It's going to be stored on D Hyper-V. The size of it is going to be 50 gigs rather than the 127 that it defaulted me to. I'm going to click Next. I'm going to keep this to install an operating system at a later date. And that all looks good. Let's finish. Okay, so there's my first one. Let's do the second one. Startup memory is 2 gigs. And I do want to use dynamic memory for this virtual machine. I'm going to use my internal connection. That looks good. That looks good. Let's change this to 250. And install operating system later. Okay, so what I didn't get to here is my minimum and maximum RAM. So I'm just going to go to VM2, right click, go into settings. And let's look at my memory and change these guys right here to 512 and 4096. So probably what's going on here is I will be putting different operating systems, perhaps, maybe on these machines. I'm giving them different memory and different hard disk space because, let's say, I want to put different operating systems on them and use them differently, which is perfectly okay. But for this lab, all we're doing is getting the virtual machines or the virtual hardware set up, and we're done. Hopefully I see 2 green check boxes here. Yep, there we go.